Shout out to TK Official One, the other Tiffany that everybody thought that I was her. We did a couple of lives together to prove that we're not the same person. But let me say this. She just made a great point in this video that I'm watching. Irene first told Zach that no, only Shamaya went out there with Kenneka. But then Zach helped her to say, oh, Monifa and Shamaya went out there with Kenneka. And she was like, yeah, hold up. You just said that, no, only Shamaya. And then later on, a couple of minutes later, yeah, Monifa and Shamaya. Which one is it? So thank you, TK Official One, for doing this, the other Tiffany. But my problem is, if you know how in the court of law they have witnesses that they consider to be credible and ones that are liars, for lack of better words. I'm not saying that Irene is a liar, but I really think them drugs done fried their brain. You know them old commercials back in the day? This is your brain. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions? I literally did a video like that. I think it was 2014. RIP to my grandpa, but we were in his little senior citizen little living home thing, and me and one of my brothers and his friend, we literally did it. And my brother threw on a wig, and we were just having fun for YouTube or whatever. And we just recreated one of those commercials. And I mean, my brother, we had such a great time filming that. Like, I had to literally stop him, right? Because he was tearing up the apartment. Tearing up the apartment, y'all. Trying to show this is what drugs does to your brain, right? He was tearing up the egg. And I think Irene's brain, to segue back on into this, is fried. Because, seriously though, and Zach, this is the whole main point for this video. I've never, honestly, I don't know if I believe the theory that Zach was there. Nobody has ever truly proven that to me. Like, I just think they just mad that he did this interview, like he got the exclusive interview, and then they want to try to say he was there. However, TK, I've been spending a lot of time on your channel this morning, and I always spend a lot of time on your channel because I love the fact that, you bring us thorough, well thought out videos. And one particular video got me this morning. I was like, man, I don't know if I believe that Irene had on smart glasses, blah, 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 blah. And I'm sitting here watching your video, TK, and you proved it to me when you was talking about how the lady with the question mark channel, y'all inverted the pictures, or y'all did black and white, or y'all did something, and y'all showed how the camera stayed dark. And I know for a fact that this is possible because I remember way back last year when I went to the hotel in Crown Plaza, and they were telling me some random guy, white guy, shout out to this guy, he emailed me and he was like, well, next time you go, Tiffany, you need to have on these special type of shades. And he sent me all Amazon links and all that stuff. And he was like, you can get better footage without having to, kind of conceal the camera and all this different stuff. And I remember those shades were they wasn't like Irene shades, because that would have just been, outrageous to come up in there trying to sneak footage with Irene's flashy looking shades. It's ridiculous, right? But they were, well, I guess if you really think about it, wearing shades on the inside anyway is going to make you suspicious. Because I was dressed like Kenneka too at the Crown Plaza. So that was, and that had just happened. So you already know I was sticking out like a sore thumb. But to go inside with shades, y'all, I know people were telling me, because, I don't do those type of drugs or whatever like that. So they were telling me, oh, your eyes are sensitive to light, when you pop an X and whatever they were popping. So, you got to have on shades. I'm like, okay, so they schooling me. They schooling me. But you know you gotta be on some drugs if regular light is bothering your eyes. Like I can see sunlight bothering your eyes if you're on drugs, something like that, your pupils or whatever, your iris, whatever the freak. But regular light, y'all. So I need y'all to tell me what y'all really feel like. Prove to me, y'all. Prove to me why you feel like ZackTv was there. Like in the comment section, prove to me. Like TK official one, prove to me in that video that Irie had on them shades. But wait, there's more. She proved to me that Irene was watching a video. I always felt like that, y'all. I always felt like in that live she was watching a video because we saw the reflection on her shades. But TK Official 1 and the lady with the question mark channel pretty much proved to me that she was watching footage of her in the freezer. I know that bothered me too because I was thinking, because she was smiling and stuff and her lip was trembling and all that different stuff. So I think she was watching that footage, but I don't think she was like happy to see her in the freezer. But I honestly feel like she was kind of like scared. I know they say her lip was trembling because, the X or whatever she was on. But I think it was a combination of both. I think she was scared. So yeah, I've been questioning myself about, do I really want to continue these videos? Because I feel like I said in the last video, like I feel like we're a broken record or whatever. But when I uploaded the video of the young man yesterday to my channel, that was my first time seeing that. I know a lot of people's like, I've already seen it, but I'm like, yeah, well, this is my first time seeing it. I feel like everybody needs to see it, even if you've already seen it before. The young man speaks on Kenneka Jenkins must see. Come on now. He was preaching and he restored my faith in us 90s babies. Because I just thought every young man in this generation of all races was screwed up. Chopped and screwed like Houston. Do you hear me? But anyway, I know I'm hard on Chicago, but Houston, and we started that lean sipping that's been having a lot of people drop like flies. But they pop Zans over there like Skittles. They pop ecstasy like Skittles. Y'all was schooling me on when she was talking about, yeah, I got a grenade and I got it was like a car or something, like a luxury car. And I'm like, hold up. How she talking about she got a luxury car, but she waiting on the bus to come? Y'all were like, no, Tiffany, she talking about Zans. Cause she was like, I got a grenade. I'm like, man, them girls finna go to jail. They got grenades on their person? Like, what the freak? But now, y'all, they got all these little code words for these drugs they be popping. Bet you can't have just one. Like, they just be popping them. And one thing I will never, ever, 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 ever do, and then nobody even have to teach me this. Like, this is just common sense to me. I'm not going to be inebriated in such a way that I don't feel like I'm in my right mind. I've never been that way. Never. But the one time I was off my square, as the youngins say, I was off my square when I went on a blind date when I was 18. I was 19. I went on a blind date when I was 19. Met up with this Mexican boy. That's a long story, y'all. He told me he was 19 too, child. Turns out he was still 18. Lied, said he was a virgin. I don't know why I believed him. But I was bored. I was on a little dating chat line, vibe line in Dallas. Everybody know the number 972-993-9393. It's so easy to remember. So I called that motherfucker. Met him. I had a little thing for the Mexican boys. You know what I'm saying? And we met up and all that stuff. And, I went over there. I was the only black thing. When I got over there, it was a girl that he met off the chat line before me. Not a girl, a lady who was like in her mid-40s and she was wanted for murder. Right. Wanted for murder. You heard me. And I remember thinking, off the bat, I don't want to be here. But I didn't drive. So y'all came and got me. So now I'm stuck. Can't tell my mama. Definitely can't tell my daddy. So now I'm gonna have to play this out. I'm in survival mode now. She didn't try to kill her, drown her kids, or whatever. I'm mad at him for 2 reasons. You didn't put me in this situation. And number 2, you got another girl here. What the hell? Like, excuse my language, but this don't even make sense. So you mean tell me you met her, things didn't work out, but y'all became friends, and she became a roommate with all other Mexicans that's here. And now you gonna tell me, well, I wanted to see what it was like to be with a black girl, and I want a mixed baby, and all this other foolishness, right? Right. So I'm chilling, but I'm still thinking he's a virgin at this point. I don't know why I'm still believing he's a virgin when clearly he has a girl here, and I know they did not do nothing. All right, okay. House full of Mexicans. It's a rat too. I didn't discover it's a rat. I don't even know where the rat came from, but the rat darted out of nowhere. It was a bad little kid. It was kids running around everywhere. You already know. Quinceañeras, everything. I tell y'all, Mexicans got the same producer, boy. I tell you, the same beat. The same boy. But anyway, I'm chilling or whatever, and I start drinking. This finna make sense, y'all. This finna make sense. This is the first time I've drunk outside of my home. First of all, I'm 19, shouldn't be drinking. Let's keep that straight. But you already know when you a teenager, you a kid or whatever. Anytime you get your hands on alcohol, you feel grown, all that good stuff. So I'm drinking. I'm supposed to be having a drinking competition with his sister, but I'm not paying attention to the fact that I'm the only one really drinking. I'm just sipping, y'all. I'm ghetto with my drinking. I'm not ghetto normally, but when I drink, I guzzle. I'm drinking it like I'm drinking Kool-Aid. You're not supposed to drink alcohol fast like that, right? Because you get effed up real fast, right? So I'm sipping. And then one of the sisters tells the so-called boy that I'm supposed to be starting to date, why don't you just tell her the truth? Manny, I can't remember what his name was. Manny, I don't even know what his name was. I'm saying, tell me what? You know what I'm saying? He got 2 kids that he don't even take care of. One of them half white with blue eyes. And he just want to use you for a mixed baby because he want a black and Mexican baby. I'm sobering up a little bit because now I'm mad and I'm pissed because you didn't lie to me. At the same time, I got my eye on this murderer, trying to make sure, because I'm joking and whatever, like, yeah, I know they gonna get me first because I'm the nigga. They gonna torture me. I'm just joking, right? Tell me why. All of the girls, the murderer lady, they want to try to have their way with me. Like, have their way with me. So, I'm drunk, but I'm trying to get them off me. I run up the stairs. There's some stairs in this apartment, and I lock myself in the bathroom, right? So it's possible to walk up some stairs drunk or run up some stairs drunk. Like, when people say, I don't know how Kenneka walked up them stairs. It's possible. It's hard, but it's possible. Ran up them stairs drunk. I remember just having my back up against the door, trying to fight them out the door or whatever, but I stayed up there for a little bit. I know this sounds made up. I swear to God, this was a real story. I swear to God. Came back down there. They chilling. I got my eye on the murderer. Like, cause you ain't finna. Long story short, the next day, I don't know how I managed to sleep, but the next motherfucking day, all I knew was, look, I'm ready to go. Cause you didn't lie to me. This turned out to be a lot longer than I wanted this video to be. But my whole point is, this is a story time with Tiff. TMD rant, whatever you want to call it. My whole thing is, y'all, I honestly feel like with this whole case, I'm trying to wrap my brain around them setting her up. But at the same time, with this new restaurant, this Caddyshack restaurant opening up, I really truly feel like it was just a case of, hey, we don't want to be behind schedule with this construction, and this is going to throw us all off our time frame. So we were just going to have to say this was an accident. Point blank and period. Like, it was really the wrong place at the wrong time, y'all, because anybody else, you know that they would have investigated this to the fullest. So nothing to add up. All of them should be in jail. So I just think they really got lucky that this went down at this location at this particular time. And I honestly feel like that one person that disliked this video is Monifa's nose. And I call her nose a person, because that thing got a mind of its own. But I'm serious, y'all. I honestly really feel like they gave her something like they gave everybody else. Everybody else was acting crazy. But she had a bad reaction. And then they just tried to get rid of her. And I know that sounds horrible, but they wanted to kind of wash their hands. They didn't want to have to be blamed for it. Let's just say she walked in. And I feel like it was on the 6th. And I feel like all this other stuff, there wasn't no actors. I feel like it was a reenact, except for Kenneka. I think they doubled her. But everybody else, it was really them. And they just redid all this stuff to make it fit with their narrative. And I really feel like they all gagged ordered. Unofficially gagged ordered. Like, say something if you want. The streets gonna handle them. And I'm not putting everything on these black children, these gang members. This hotel, that's what we all got to go back to. This motherfucking hotel. So you'd be a fool to stay at a Crown Plaza, especially at Rosemont. For all you storm chasers, y'all remember Twister? Sitting here chasing storms. No, that's one thing as black people. We not finna, well, I can't even say that, because I was going to say we're not going to put ourselves in a position to be killed. Clearly, they put themselves in a position by going to these hotels. I really feel like tricking themselves out, trying to make extra money, selling drugs, gang banging, whatever they were doing, they was up to no good. All of them. And then you're going to be disloyal, because y'all the ones want to drug folk. And let's see how they react. Now their life ain't been the same for 7 months. Because the reason why I don't want to say they quote unquote set her up is because, like she said in this interview, and I see proof for online, they've been doing these hotel parties. So why all of a sudden we finna set her up now? You see what I'm saying? I think it was really simple. She had a bad reaction, and they tried to get rid of it. But I also really feel like after this reaction and stuff, like they said, I really feel like something sinister happened after that. Like, you know, how men do, want to take advantage of her. And, you know, possibly she woke up after they got rid of her. And, you know, they want to take advantage of her. Because that security guard, come on now. We already know. So it is what it is. I just think a lot of stories aren't adding up. And if it's not adding up, it's not the truth. But I honestly don't see where ZackTv fits in this. So, like I said earlier, if you want to try to convince me, show me proof. Otherwise, it's just a rumor. And people just jealous that he got the interview. That's it. That's just what I feel. I could be wrong. I could be right. Split cut is an easy way to share videos to social media. Just choose whether you want 60 seconds or 30 seconds. Then choose the clip that you want to split cut. Split cut will automatically size it down to the 60-second or 30-second time snippet that you chose. After it's done processing, you'll be able to view the video. If you want to remove the split cut watermark, It's 99 cents a month. It doesn't get much more affordable than that. Then you'll be able to share it on any social media site. You can even share it on Messenger. So, if you want an easy way to be able to share large videos on social media, download Split Cut in the Google Play Android market today.